Hi, thanks for coming and joining me today. Please give me a thumbs up and subscribe. When you subscribe, click the notifications bell and then you will know about my next video. Alright, let's get on with it. Here's the reading. Hello, this is Leeloo Jane. I'm doing a reading, a channeled message reading. We use the cards as a avenue to bring them into the third and fourth density, which is what we're operating in at the moment on the earth. I have some decks around me, and I've already done a video today which was really great. I recommend you look at it, one with the Crow Tarot. Pretty darn great reading. Now I've got my decks out, and what I just asked my guides, I'd like to do something for regard to the world we're living in and how it's unfolding. And they said, I'm in Australia, if you might not have guessed, I'm Australian. The guide said, how about you do a reading on the relationship between Australia and America? Let's find out. So, without further ado, as they say, I will start with Archangel Gabriel. Archangel Gabriel said he wanted to do a reading a short time ago. He said, I'm coming through. I've got the Archangel Gabriel deck, which I use, and Archangel Gabriel is my main helping friends, buddies. He's my buddy. He's my Archangel buddy. And he's a very close worker and collaborator with Mother Mary, who's one of my spiritual patrons, supporter, guide. She's absolutely fabulous, of course. So she's wonderful. She works with Archangel Gabriel. They work together. They're my friends, and I'm very grateful. I just got some cards, so let's have a look at them. Are you ready? Now, I don't know where this is going. I don't have a particular question to ask. They will tell us and lead me through a channeling, a multi-density channeling with the cards as a use to help us anchor it into the third density, okay? So let's see what they would like to talk to us about. And it's not about me sculpting the conversation. It's about them telling us what is happening and what will benefit us to know, and how that can be of help. They said, yes, it's about beneficial outcomes for you to know stuff, not about fear-mongering drama and sort of dead-end, short end stories which aren't really of any benefit. So this is how they operate. We're talking about high density, multi-density, wonderful beings that love us and support us, and for beautiful light energy we want to hook into and bring into our lives, so you can ask them to bring it. That's a good start point. Gratitude and requests. Please bring your energy into my sphere of light for my greater good and well-being. Very important phrase to always add, okay? There we go. And I'm reminded of these, and I talk like that, I was reminded of the dolphins. I don't think you can probably see them. I'll try and get a photo and put it into my video here. And it's the dolphins in my painting of White Umbrella Buddha as part in the oceans of existence, and stable and calm in her toroidal sphere within. So those dolphins are very happy and playful, and they said we should feel that way and joyful and elated, because we are riding those waves of the emotional, the existence and the energetic existence of life very well, they said. Okay, how nice. Good stuff. Oh yes, they said that. And here's the cards I drew, right? Success. Whoops, decided to hold the cards up on that side, right? I'm going to try and be a little bit organized in my video. Here it is, right? Success. Yes, we have success. Archangel Gabriel is fabulous. Sensitivity. Yes. Now, I personally very sensitive. I don't know if you're sensitive, but I am. Sensitive to the pollution. If you watched my last video, you might have heard me give a little bit of understanding about my a little bit of a whinge about the pollution where I live in the most beautiful North Queensland, being polluted by a messy, dirty, complacent industry. But anyway, yes, sensitivity is a thing. I'm also sensitive to everybody else and everything else. Energetically, empathically, all that stuff, you know. Okay, here we go. This is the advice, right? Success, right? I don't know how you're traveling because I don't know your personal story. I haven't asked it, so I'm not going to know it. So, and you've got success, and you've got for your sensitivity issues, right? For your health. Now, I thought that's what I did say what I was going to do this reading about, but I am letting the guides and angels come through and just deliver what they think is pertinent to us, the people interested in the politics of the world, and in this particular one, Australia and America. So what's pertinent to you? So this is an avenue for angels, archangels, guides, your guides, to hook in here and say, this is what's important for you in this time. Now, this is relevant to what the question was, because you need to look after yourself during this time. That's the message we're getting here. Look after yourself. Here we've got classes. These all came out together, these cards. Classes. And what is it you need to take classes about? Detoxing. Okay. So you need, this person is looking off, like this angel is standing there and looking. He has a painting of Gabriel in an artistic interpretation, and he's got a scroll in his hand, right? So he's got a scroll. It's hard to see it, but it's not his, I don't think it's his dress, I think it's a scroll. Well, that's what I'm getting. So this is how the channeling is coming. And he's looking off and he's like, musing, engaging with thought processes. That's what this person, this angel interpretation of Archangel Gabriel is doing. So what we got here is, in this time, you will find, if you have not already done this, because you may already be successful. Sorry about my noisy parrots. They're very noisy, they're demanding. So if you haven't already done it, you will find it works for you. Do you get success, or you already have success? Depends on how far ahead of the ball you are, right? In addressing and anchoring and looking after your sensitivities by taking classes for expanding your knowledge and awareness, however that is. You don't have to go and get classes and pay for them, but seek to understand and seek to find information, right? Gather information, they said, about detoxing. It's detoxing time. You need to detox from, this says, release toxins from your body, mind, and diet. You need to detox from the drama fest, calamity fest, which will be out there on the world of social media, and also on the mainstream media, which is, of course, completely one agenda's perspective, but it is designed to make you feel like a poor, wounded, vulnerable little bubby who needs to be told how to scratch your butt, how to scratch your bottom, how to live, how to breathe, where to live, what to think, and everything else, because that's what they're there for, mainstream media. And of course, in Australia, to do the government's bidding. The Voice, the government-run communication system is the ABC, ready for informing you the government's point of view and what the bureaucrats that work there and the politicians would like you to think, feel and believe. And that's about you being compliant. So you're a bit like overwhelmed with all this and you need to detox, right? So they're saying success for you, for your adjusting and anchoring and cleansing and clearing your sensitivities to all this yabba stuff going on around you, is to seek pertinent information and understanding about how to detox for your individual chemistry, your individual mindset and your individual beliefs, however they are. Very nice, thank you, Gabrielle. I can see it's very personal. He is interested in, she, it's an angel, angels actually. They manifest energy, but they're not actually, like they don't breed. They're not like humans having babies. They have energy. And for me, Gabrielle is the boy energy, and that's what they're saying is how this is information he's sharing. How the Archangel's energies come over to you has a lot to do with how your energy is, right? So if you're like me, extremely feminine energy, then Archangel Gabriel, if you were to have a scale of energies, male and female, I'm sort of right down there at the end of female. And so Archangel Gabriel, in relation to me, is closer to masculine energy. Now, if you're a person who's right down there on the masculine energy level, it's possible that Archangel Gabriel might be somewhere over here and be more feminine feeling to you in your interrelation, in your chemistry energetically, and it may appear to be more feminine. Now, to some people, that's how it's happened. So you don't have to be a man or a woman to have either feminine or masculine energies, and it doesn't mean anything to do with your gender orientation or your sexual orientation or any of that. It's to do with which energies emanate from your cells, from your atoms, your core being, your soul eminence, and how that enacts and empowers your being. We all have masculine and feminine energy. Which one is weighing heavier on your scale of how you function? A lot to do with which side of your brain do you function out of. I am a very right-sided feminine, and that can also be quite strong and can have a lot of, the right side can be enacted with strong, testosterone energy as well. So the variance is endless. Sorry about the dogs. Please ignore them. We'll try to ignore them, right? So here we've got these two cards, Editor and New Project. I don't even remember them coming through. I must have shuffled while I was talking. Okay, that's because I'm channeling, sorry. So Editor and New Progress, okay? New Project, a new progress came through. So like a newborn baby, your actions are growing, your ideas into a reality. Your writing or other creative projects benefit from outside help and support. Yes, so, okay, very good. More looking for ways to help yourself, expand yourself, and give yourself more tools to function in whatever your project is, right? So there's a creative project there. Okay, so what I'm getting from Archangel Gabriel here is, with all the rigmarole and argy-bargy and not a very bright prospect for Australia and America, and our relationship with America is so strange right now. Very strange. So how does that fare for us? Detox from it. Don't get too worried, right? And you need to detox. Don't forget that when you're emotionally emanating or feeling things, it embeds into your cells and it directs and tells your cells how to function. So in order to have a happy, healthy body, you need to lift your mental and emotional perspective, and your processes that your cells emanate and reflect will be that of your mind and your emotions, right? That's the basic core of it, okay? A very happy, positive, upbeat person simply doesn't get sick like a person who carries a lot of emotional anguish, angst, worry, and all the rest. So this whole business with the political world has been doing that to us, to you, and to me, no doubt. I'm so sensitive, right? And that's the problem with being an empathic, sensitive person. You really run a lot through you, and it's such a tough gig physically on all of your cells, right? So we need to do this stuff. We need to understand our physical health is reflected on our mental and emotional health. We need to get stuck into our new project, right? Our archangels are totally invested in you on a very personal level. So we've got more cards to draw, okay? So we'll just see what happens. We've got other guides as well here. But right now, what we needed first up, and archangels know best because we love them, don't you? Love them to bits. Love them to bits. And the more you love them, direct love, and thank you, and please, and grateful, and help me, and I'm grateful for your help. All those great ideas, thoughts, and feelings or you're just enabling them to help you. And I'll tell you, that's what they're here for. Yeah, but you've got to give them permission. Remember that. You've got to give your archangels permission, and you've got to remember to always say, for my greater good and well-being only. All other beings not allowed in my energy field. Remember that, okay? Okay, clear the way for the great angels to walk into your field of light. Ooh, shivers down my spine. I just visualised that. Oh, wow. That's brilliant. And Archangel Gabriel's coming in to support me as much as you, because I need support, because I'm just so like an open sponge to the world, and there's all this pollution which messes with my chemistry, and gee whiz. And if I don't remember to ask for help, I'm just doing it on my own, and it is my choice because of free will, you know. I've got to choose it. They're not going to force me. They do their best to help me. But, okay. Agent or manager, okay. So I'm writing a book, so very good for me. I mean, they're reminding me. They're saying to me, because I'm writing a book, I've actually got a couple of books I've got enough channeled information for 3 books, really, channeled information, and that channeled information can grow like continuously. So the guides are waiting, trying to help me to complete my missions, and one of them is to write books and bring through information. Next one, share your art with the world. Yes, I've got to do that, right? I've got to get on with and share my art with the world, my paintings, and do more paintings and my writing, right? Because I have brought through unique channeled information that my mission was to share. Writers group, yes. So writing. Are you a writer? I'm not the only one, because we come in groups that have the similar kind of storyline, and I'm in a particular group, and no doubt the people drawn to this will be totally relating to all of this, because this is the big group of people bringing great light through. We are meant to be doing it, and I super sensitive me, got a little bit off my track, but I'm trying to get back, and my darling archangels and guides and all my family light are helping me. But I've got to help myself. You know, it started by getting back on my video making, helping myself by talking and emanating and anchoring into third density what I need and want to do. Very important. It can't all be up in our heads, okay? It can't be all up in wishful thinking. It's got to be emanated. So for me as well, I need to do my art. These are my paintings behind me, a couple of them. And I've been getting stuff together, gearing myself up, but procrastinating really, busy looking at paints and buying paints and shopping to get prepared, you know, to have everything ready. Oh, she's a naughty girl. She's naughty. She's barking at the neighbours up the hill a little bit to make me let her in. Sorry. And I might have to go and let her in. I'm going to do that. Okay. Now, I'm going to do it quickly. I'm not going to stop the video because sometimes I lose the video and I have to start a new one. But I can cut out the part where I run off. Okay, I'm going to run upstairs, let her in, and I'll be right back. Won't be long. I'm back. I'll show you my dogs, just so you know who it is making all this noise. Hola. There she is, there she is. Yes, she's very noisy. That's the noisy girl. There's Remy, and where's the little dog? Where are you, little dog? This is my renovation house, just my renovation. Dogs living in the corner, under the stairs. There's one. Hello. Yes, there you are. Yes, hello, darling. Okay. Shared with you. That's what all the noise was from. Now, where are we at? That's looking pretty good. And now we're going to drink half a gallon of water, or a whole gallon, because we're a great, big, noisy dog. Are we ready to go forward? Okay. Okay. Advice from Archangel Gabriel. Are you ready now? Writers group. Are you a writer? Hey, is that who you are? Now, listen only to love, or an artist, as well as saying. So I do my art, which helps connect and anchor my multi-density versions of my sensitivity, awareness, knowledge, and understanding into the third density. Very, very important. Art is very important. At this time, art is very important. So don't have to be good according to the critical eye. You just have to be bringing through multi-density versions and information and understanding of yourself. Okay? And listen only to love when you do it, right? In your own head. Listen only to love in your own head. When you hear negative talk, that's a negative entity whispering in your ear, trying to encourage you to go in that direction, right? So you can say, no thanks. No, not really. No thank you. Okay, I'm going to ask Archangel Gabriel to come and help me listen only to love and give me inspiration, because that's his forte. He's so good at it. Time management. He said you need to get a bit better time management going in order to do your projects, right? And it helps you with your sensitivity that's fallen underneath. Some of these cards, my spread's an interesting spread, but these are coming under, some of them are coming under each other. So I've got success and listen only to love. So you have succeeded in listening only to love, and he's recognizing that. And so time management has come underneath sensitivity. So I'm meant to be doing it over there, aren't I? I'm meant to be over there where I've got a bit of wall in my view. So time management and sensitivity. So with your sensitivity, you won't get so unbalanced, highly strung, or frustrated with yourself. I'm getting frustrated with yourself if you try to apply some time management. In other words, schedule your painting time, or sewing, or knitting, crochet, macrame. Very wonderful, creative, oh my gosh, and weaving, oh gosh, so good at anchoring into this world. All very powerful, secret wisdom of the ages is all of those crafts. Spinning, wow, spinning wool, all good. It's in our modern world not known and recognized. These are the secret weavings of positivity and feminine wisdom into this world from the ages. So go for it. That's the right stuff to do. Any of it. Needlework, any of it, all of it is the secret weaving of stability and anchoring light into this world. Isn't that wonderful to know? Now, they're saying what you could do with is a vision board and retreat type mode of action. I'm in here somewhere. I'm up the hill. Retreat mode of action. So retreat is your mental state of retreating into your own vision board creation, right? Get it down on an organized big picture format, identifying what's important to you. And if you're writing a book, that's a good idea, because it's getting the concepts in order of chapter and all that sort of thing. Thank you, Gabriel. You're fabulous. We love you, don't we? Say, I love Gabriel. Yes. Now, do we need more? Now, that was wonderful. Thank you so much. Very much personal information. Now, I do find this with the angels, they tend to do what they want. And I say, well, what are we going to do this about? Can we do it about this a little bit? I'd like to do something in relation to this. I say, no worries, let's get going. It is all in relation to this according to you and your greater good, and that's really what they're interested in. So happy news. There's happy news coming. Okay, let's keep going. Listen to love. We've got success, listen to love, all in a column together. Success, listen to love, and happy news. Whew, jolly good. Jolly good. Let's go. My readings are quite long, but I'm not interested in trying to meet a format to make $1 million. I'm just doing this because this is what I'm meant to be doing. Okay, Mother Mary. Right. We love her. she's brilliant. Pray to her, talk to her. She is so strong. She's so strong. And she's so loving, compassionate, and wise. And very, very wise. Okay. We just love her. Yes, we love her. She's my mentor when I was planning this life. Mother Mary and Archangel Gabriel were helping me work it out. So they're my planning mentors and supporters, and then they support me through my life as well. But then it's not just them. I've got a large group of supporters because, we're all in one great big unity field together. Right, birth. Interesting. Okay, this is fabulously interesting, right? Okay, right. And what I'm getting here, this is what I'm getting from this, right? The things that you do creatively, weaving your positivity, wisdom and knowledge and multi-density comprehension, which you don't necessarily comprehend in the surface mind chit-chat, but more in the deeper coding of yourself. When you do that and you bring it and anchor it down into this world, if you're an Australian, this is talking to Australians, when you do that, you change the fabric, the space-time manipulation process of Australia. You change the fabric. You weave the fabric of Australia when you do all these things. Sorry about that. Very noisy son Konya. She's a naughty girl. Very, very demanding bird. Okay, so when you do that, you create the potentials. You create the pathway forward. You create the reality. You create the mindset. And when you enter that and share that with the world, you create a social atmosphere of positivity, creativity, and reminding people to be at one with themselves and listen to themselves, which is how you, though they're saying these words, but let's look at it positive. This is how you manipulate, how you feed into, how you manifest and imprint into the social mind of Australia, and therefore impact the path that Australia takes through every little thing you do like this. That's amazing. Wow. Birth. Now, birth doesn't always mean you're going to have a baby. It often means the beginning of something new. We've got let go, right? This is to do everything I just said about the birthing of the new Australia with its new awareness and vision. It's been in a slumber state of not asking, questioning, thinking, or trying to be empowered, but just following along. The population is waking up now, and it's birthing the new Australia, the new Australian mind, and it's working itself out. What will I be? How will we be? What are we? And how do we feel? And what's wonderful about our past? Do we have to jettison the best of us? No, we don't. We carry the best of us forward, and we let that be the anchor or the rock from which we build our future. That's what's coming through. Whew. Wow. So this is how you deal with the argy-bargy of our political nonsense. Our government wants us to feel disempowered, sad, and lost, like we have no power. And what's really going to happen is this is going to happen, right? You like that card? Where you express your inner truth. Express your inner truth. That's what it's all about. And that's what the overriding advice is from Archangel Gabriel in regard to the politic talk, which is all a ruse. It's all an illusion. Wow. Thank you. So we're going to go to the elemental oracle now, and we're going to. This is how you need to be. Archangel Gabriel. I almost said Archangel Michael, because Archangel Michael is very much coming in now. He's coming in and he's very much involved, because he's very involved with all of this. Now we're moving into the sphere of the actual political stuff. So the reason we got all of that is because it's like, before we talk about hard stuff, let's get you in line, let's get you grounded, let's get you supported, let's look after you, let's give you your vitamin pill of goodness, mentally, emotionally, spiritually, and help you realize you're on track and this is how you handle it. Before we talk about events and things like that are need to be looked at through the proper perspective. This is the way you have the proper perspective. This is it. Your vision board, your rebirthing is guided by your vision. Okay. So it was important to do the personal help support before we go into any of this what looks like change. It is change. Remember, my other videos all tell you we're going through change, right? But this is fine. You come through it beautifully with this spread of information, right? Okay, because they don't want to just give you horrible hard stuff and scare you. That's of no practical purpose. So the archangels, this is an absolute archangel reading. Now we've got Archangel Michael coming through, and he's saying, anchor yourself. He's anchoring you. Right now, as you hear this, think of Archangel Michael and say, thank you, Archangel Gabriel, for your nourishing care and nurture, because Archangel Gabriel is just so absolutely positive, upbeat, and full of love and care. Thank you so much. Here comes Archangel Michael. All of that, all of the above I just said, plus strength, determination, and leadership. That's Archangel Michael on top. And he's coming in now to say all of what Archangel Gabriel just prepared you with, because you're our precious ones and we're looking after you. Now you are capable and able to handle sitting inside your vision area, sitting inside your paradigm, your pyramid of light, right, that you make for yourself with all of your beautiful actions that you weave around yourself with your proactive development around your life, yes, and believing in yourself, yes, bringing yourself through, channeling yourself through, yes, and anchoring it into the earth with whatever you do physically, creatively, woodwork, even anything at all you do, anchor it in. That is powerful, and that's how come you will travel through virtuously and victoriously from your own perspective, right? You ready? Now, okay, are you ready for what the events are that you're going to flourish through? And, they said, the inspiration is going to come pouring through you when events happen. You're going to be so inspired. It's the trigger of opening up your mind, cracking the egg open, the egg of consciousness open, and you are going to have a paradigm shifting experience, and you're going to share it with the world. That's what this is all about. That's what it's all about. Okay, Australia, are you ready? Yes, volcanoes are coming. All right, volcanoes are coming. And you see this, there's an image of a person, right? There we go. And she's having this like introspective, personally reviving moment as a volcano goes off. This is actually how we grow and shift through this whole thing. This is what's really going to happen. Grow and shift, revive, and reignite the passion for life. Wow. Deep breath. We need to take a deep breath. It's very exciting energy, okay? And it's coming. And remember, you have a part to play to impart when you open up your egg, your egg of consciousness cracks open, you're going to deliver, right? Big bunch came out, all right? Thank you, Archangel Michael. Okay, we've got deep breath, yep. We've got clarity, mountain, right? You're going to get more clarity. And they're saying when it comes to the government, you, under this pressure, right, this inferno of pressure hitting our government, we are going to see how we're going to get clarity. We're going to get clarity. We're not going to be the sleeper in the snow, right? We're going to get the clarity, about how we view them and perceive them. We're going to be looking at them with new, clean lenses. If our lenses and our glasses were foggy before, now we see, right? And we're going to say it. We are going to talk about, we're going to express our inner truth of how we really view how these people perform under the pressure that's coming. Okay. Now, our part in regard to relating with other countries, America, is absolutely reflected in all of this, because they are very, very important to Australia. Now, apart from physical volcanoes, this is the pressure ramping up on Australia, on the government, on our people. And we're going to be watching how they perform. And the pressure will be ramping up from multiple directions, right? Not just from volcanoes, but from politics. The political volcano is building, right? And we're going to get new clarity from an overview perspective. Here's the biome. Yes, the world politics scene is going to burn. It's going to catch on fire. You see up the top there, I'm sorry, I'll just go over here. Can you see the smoke and there's obviously a fire going off at the top there behind that cathedral type building, and there's pollution and there's trouble somewhere on the world. A massive volcano is going to go off, but that's going to create a massive shockwave politically and economically. And whatever the governments of the world thought they had in hand, now they've got a whole new big problem, and whatever they thought their paradigm shifting they was doing, they're remaking this white global thing they're doing, none of that's going to make any difference, because they're going to have to go back to looking at their smaller viewpoint of their own nation instead of this globalist nonsense. Now, that's when they're going to be under the microscope, right? People are going to be watching them. What are you doing managing our country instead of your ideology, right? Once again, we're going back to the biome. Another biome card, it's called the cave, protection. So we've got connection, right? We've got power of the shift that's coming is very powerful, right? And I do not envy the government at all. And I've got to tell you, when our new government, which is the last government, got back in again because the opposition was so not present, really. There was no one to vote for as a major opposition, and we were messed with all over the place in our election process. But they got back in, and I just looked at them, and whenever I look at them, I think, oh, there's the fool. You know, they are playing the fool. They are the fool in the tarot, and they just don't know what's coming. And they don't have the wherefore to get through it. And I thought, oh, I wouldn't want to be you. Better you than me. That they're going to find this little dreamscape they think they're creating is not going to be there. And suddenly it's going to be, let's get real. Start put on your big boy pants, because you're going to have to be a big boy now instead of a playboy in the sandpit. So that's what's coming, right? That's what's coming for Australian politics. And we're going to be able to watch them and say, I don't think you're doing your job, Sonny Jim. I don't think so, madam. Don't think that's right. Well, what are you going to do? Do something. Be a leader, not a talker. So that's what we're going to do, right? Okay. Protection. Interesting, projection. So protection is what we're looking for. We're like, well, protect us, right? What are you going to do? Look after us. Here we are. We are the beautiful egg in the middle. You should be looking after us and protecting us, right? And companionship. We've got animals. Protect us and all of us, our animals, our whole world. We're going like, hang on. What are you going to do for our entire nation, our own continent? What are you going to do for us here? We're here like, what are you doing? Are you going to look at all these animals that need love and care? Look at all these animals need love and care. Look at all the people need love and care. What are you going to do? And this is where we're going to be, right? That's the question we're going to be asking as events unfold, right? This is this year and next year. I'll do more readings still, but here we go. How's it happening? Why is it happening? Mr. Sun, beautiful solace, the sun. Here he comes. pouring his heart out to us, right? Now, what inspired me to do this video, I just did another one before, and I got notifications while I was making my video about big sunspots, and we've had some really big sunspots, right? They impact the earth massively. It's almost like half the sun, but it's facing us, is sometimes in a massive big gaping hole. It means the sun shed its skin in that area, and that's because the sun is actually growing, like the planet is growing, actually getting bigger, right? They grow. Our science doesn't tell us that because they're too dumb to know this. You know, when your science is only a couple of 100 years old, you're just like a little baby rolling around on the floor as far as the universe is, you know, concerned. About as far as our human development on this earth is concerned, our science is the little baby rolling around on the floor, has not learned how to crawl. So how could they know? That's all right. That's not their fault. They do their best, you know. But in the meantime, the sun is growing and it's shedding and it's opening up and it's expanding and it's letting a whole heap of energy through, and it's all coming to us so that we are nourished, our planet is fed to grow. That bird is so annoying. I apologise for that. Such a whinger, because they're locked in their cage because they go and sit on my macrame and on my computer, on my laptop. If I let them out, they'll be all over them, everything, chewing things, pooing on things. So they're just a naughty bird, sorry. Okay, so that sun, right? This is like the noise in the background of our life, that bird. She's a sun conure. She's very noisy. She's impacting our video, and that is what our sun is going to get our attention, be big and impact our video. Okay, so that's impact our life, our country. Okay, south. We are south, right? And this is adventure. So this is an interesting, sometimes it looks like a portal, and it also looks like a space helmet, and like it's a spaceman. So south, we are south, and this is what's coming to the south, right? We are in the southern hemisphere, and this is what we're really dealing with. So the northern hemisphere gets a whole other lot of energy, and we've got a lot of alchemy happening. So there's a lot of alchemy happening here in the south of the planet, on the southern hemisphere, which is where we are. And it's a good thing. So what it is we've got the volcano, right? I'm getting that there's going to be a very big volcano south of the equator. Let's see what happens, right? South of the equator, we are having an adventure with a very big volcano or explosion, rift opening, right? The sun is impacting us a lot, okay? Got a lot to do with it, okay? And it is the magical process of alchemy, okay? Magical process of alchemy. Okay, let's keep going. Right. I might be able to run the audio through. If I run the audio through Audacity to take out the bird making the noise, and I try and put it back together with my video, sometimes it gets out of sync, and I'm not keen. So she seems to have shushed for a minute, which is really nice. Okay, the moon, darkness. So a lot of energy is going to come off the moon, right? Now, this is to do with moon. This is going to happen in relation to lunar cycles. There's going to be a lot coming off, bouncing off the moon, so the moon comes around the planet and it creates an interaction with our magnetic field, and a lot of energy will be captured by the moon as it comes around, and as it shoots around behind the planet, in the tail of our planet, our energetic tail, it's going to direct energy and loop it back through to the southern hemisphere, and to impact the southern hemisphere through its travels around the planet, and it's just got to like drag energy into our magnetic field and it'll just bounce back onto the southern hemisphere. Fascinating. Okay, right. And we've got purity ice. Right, so we're going to find out what that's about. But that's a sleeper, right? Underneath the ice. There's purity under the ice. Australia has a lot of purity energy, right? In the magic alchemy card, we see the rising energy waking up. As the moon comes around, it will be waking up divine energy, Australian divine energy, that you would associate with Uluru. We used to call it Ayers Rock. Now we're going to talk about the north. Okay, so we've talked about the south. Now we're going to talk about the north. We have been, this video is meant to be America and Australia relations. Okay, so I've talked about Australia a lot, and there's a lot of advice about us Australians how to detox and calm and do their artistic anchoring. And honestly, I shouldn't have just said Australia, because that applies to everybody everywhere. So Americans, that applies for you. American continent people, Canada, America, South America. It applies to you, right? As well, because I'm talking about our relationship. Now, because it's very important. We've got the north-south interlocking relationship. Expansion, north. So what's happening north? An expanding energy wave. So what comes and hits us, our energy hitting our southern hemisphere, is going to expand and impact further north. Let's find out what that's about. But what's really happening, people go, oh, drama, devastation, difficulty. But what's really happening, don't forget, what's really happening is that the purity of the earth is awaiting and having a transcendence. Okay? That's what's really happening. So you've got to do your artwork to channel through the wisdom and knowledge of what's really happening and present that to the world and anchor it in, rather than fall into the rhetoric which will come out of government people who are just as shallow as you can possibly get, wouldn't pick up on it in a million Sundays. So remember, there's always a negative spin that people can put out because that's all they know. Poor little darlings, hey? Poor little loves. Silence. Snow. So what's going to happen on the northern hemisphere when this happens is unseasonal, unexpected cold snaps and snow. Or you know, if this happens in the new year, or if it happens in September. I mean, we're not very far away, right? We're in summer. For northern hemispheres, in summer, we're in winter, right? So as the summer comes, which is not that long away, really, it's just a few months, June, July, August. So September is spring, and so it can happen anyway. You can get really cold spots in warm weather. So be prepared for unusual weather at unusual times. The northern hemisphere, you're going to get a lot of snow, right? A lot of cold. Look at it as a 6 to 9 month timeline, right? 6 to 9 month timeline. But you've got to understand, well, you don't have to, but you'd be better off if you did, that this is about transcendence, okay? Right? And that doesn't say transcendence, it says alchemy, magic, but it is the transcendence, right? The rising up and the energy flowing. This is a highly focused energy beam, right? Coming into what is a portal of change, right? Now in here we had birth, okay? So this is a rebirth, right? It's a rebirth, okay? So fecundity, that's the way to say it. Rain. So we're going to have lots of water, lots of rain and snow in the north, right? Lots of rain and snow in the north. The volcano activity is going to really create a lot of weather. Yeah. Now, I'm not sure about the quality of that rain, what it's going to carry with it, because if you have a lot of volcanic activity, you have a lot of particulates in the air. Okay, what have we got here? This is a great deck. Okay, So how you experience this, the Northern Hemisphere people, right? I'm talking about Northern Hemisphere people. How you experience this will depend on your viewpoint. So we've got two cards, right? Joy, and we've got, what's it called? Attraction, yes. Magnetism and music. So it's joy and music, and it's attraction and magnetism. So how you approach this, how you approach your life, that's why you need to do your creativity, your anchoring of your highest self initiative into the third density through your craft of any kind whatsoever. Can also be gardening and growing, of course, that's just phenomenal. We all should do that, really, if we can. So you sit there like your childlike emanation, ready to birth your new life and to have a vision of your life. This is a child daydreaming about the stars and space. And here is a person jiving and emanating in music, right? Creating the light energy of the music and anchoring it into, we didn't talk about music, music's powerful, isn't it? Anchoring it into the reality, the paradigm. So what you draw to you will be what you indulge in on a positive way, what you manufacture and make happen in your life. And that's what you need to do through this process. Right. All right. I've got a little bit of a lure here to go to daily guidance from your angels. Okay? Got to go to daily guidance from your angels. Okay. Let's do it. Okay, my very first deck I ever got, it's very much handled. It's been wet, it's been chewed on by babies, it's all sorts of things. Okay, time to go, right? Time to go, time to take action, time to start creating your pathway to anchoring light. Get yourself going, do your creative thing, whatever it is. I just got a picture of mowing the lawn, right? So even mowing the lawn. So a person who mows the lawn, they're saying, does this all the time. Lawn mowers are meditators. Lawn mowers anchor and make the world, make their yard beautiful. It's wonderful. And they are doing it all the time. So you can't put a superficial expectation that society's been creating about what's good creativity and what's not onto the reality of the fundamentals of actually being an implanter of energetic creativity, and mowing the lawn is one of those actual truth things about it. So forget of what other people think is good. It's about what really is the nuts and bolts of knitting life together into a fabric of time, space, and mowing the lawn is a very, very valuable part of it. How amazing is that? Okay, wedding. Marriage is the union of two souls joined in love, natural respect, mutual respect and commitment. I don't have very good glasses, sorry. It signifies a desire to deepen love over time. This is a wedding. Now, what's it a wedding of? Wedding card, which can often mean the coming together, the co-joining of things. Let's get some more cards. Time to go, time to do. Now, this is not necessarily for everyone having a wedding. It's also to do with a committed relationship that you may be in, right? So I'm just going with the flow as the guides ask. Ground yourself. That's the mowing the lawn, very grounded, right? Gardening, grounded. All these things are grounding. Art is grounding. But if you get out and get your feet on the ground for 20 minutes, half an hour, you completely recalibrate yourself. And no stress, right? You and the natural world you are born into, that you are a part of because you are of the earth, will be grounded and balanced. Okay? All right. Let's keep going. Let's keep going. Okay. Threw one out very nicely then. Listen. Listen. Listen to your guides. Listen to your higher self. Listen to your angels. At the moment I'm listening to my dog snore. Don't know if you can hear it. It's like a rhythm in the background. Sometimes I think it sounds, sometimes she makes all sorts of different sounds. I think it sounds like someone's playing music somewhere. Like you can hear the bass notes of the music. It's not, it's my dog snoring. Acceptance. So they're saying, listen, right now, listen, okay? Listen to their advice. They're about to give it to you. Acceptance is very important. That's why they brought out the listen card. Are you listening? Yes? Acceptance of what's happening as the positivity. So your relations, the marriage card is to do with your relationship with your earth and your light. Yes, we got it. Right, so we got your wedding card, wedding. And we've got ground yourself. And we've got the animals. And that comes with companionship, right? Animals, companionship. We've got acceptance came before, right? And we've got listen now. We're talking about this relationship with the world, right? And grounding yourself and allowing yourself to be happy in your relationship with the world, your particular world, wherever you are, okay? When we're talking about your creativity, we're talking about daydreaming, which is your creativity, right? Inspiration and making positive. Making positive out of the world. That's what human souls can do. That's why you're wonderful. Child, there's a child involved, right? Okay? Now, some people will have a child. Some people will be getting married. Some people will ground themselves in that, and this will be a beautiful future you're daydreaming about creating into reality with your dreaming of reality, and you will have a child. And yes, some people are actually going to have a child, or they're going to have one of their children will get married and expand the family with this union. And it will be perfect timing and a shower of abundance for you and your family. Wow. That's interesting. Very interesting. This is a reading for so many different people. It's amazing. I don't know how I'm going to get all this sort of encapsulated into a title for it. They're going to help me. Right. The child is a blessing in disguise. Okay? Right. What I have here is multiple messages from different. I've had Archangel Gabriel, Archangel Michael, and now we've got Archangel Uriel coming through. Right. And these are messages they want to give out, right? Gosh, there's energy running through me. To people who are coming into their world. People who are coming into this video time lapse. Right. Okay. Okay. So if there's going to be an opportunity to forgive and family disputes and problems, I felt that earlier when I was bringing out Archangel Gabriel's. At the very beginning of Archangel Gabriel's spread, I felt that energy of a new beginning and forgiving, right? Time to forgive. Opportunity to forgive, right? Misunderstandings, misplaced attitudes, which are always passing by like clouds in the sky. A time to opportunity to forgive in a relationship might be to do with this wedding child thing, and cleanse and detox in that relationship. A fresh start. Wow. A fresh start. Cleanse and detox in a relationship to do with this child, or I'm just going to say that how it relates to you, you will know. It'll resonate with you. It'll chime into your heart. Your heart chakra is the point. Your heart chakra is going to cleanse and detox from the pain of disconnect and discombobulated relationship that went astray. Whatever's going to happen It's going to be perfect timing for this renewal of a relationship that is meaningful to you and close to you, which is to do with a child, right? And you're going to reward yourself by allowing yourself to have this relationship cleansed, healed, and renewed. Okay. This is the result of energy work you have done with yourself and will continue to do. Whew. Okay, right. And they're saying ask. The ask card is coming. Ask. Okay. And you will receive trustworthy guidance. When these things start to happen and you're unsure because you don't want to be hurt and misguided, you don't want to go through the cycles of negative Nelly stuff that happened in the past, whatever that was, they're saying to ask for guidance and clarity. Ask for help in finding clarity in your perspective so that the past experiences don't colour your view and you can see clearly, and you will receive trustworthy guidance. Wow. Whew. Wow. Okay, guys. Wow, that's a big lot of messages. Do we have anything else to say? Oh my gosh, we do. Mother Mary wants to say something. Okay, and why not? We're already over an hour, which is absolutely fine because it makes it a very meaningful reading, of course. This is the Mary Queen of Angels deck, and she's already coming forward very vigorously. Okay, children. Yes, it's about your children, right? What have we got here? One already joined. And hope. Children and hope. Don't give up hope on your children. That's what she's saying, right? Do not give up hope on your children. Do not give up hope on your children. Now, what could happen is you could get married, you could start a new life, and you could end up making contact with one of your children, right? It could be to do with your child having a grandchild and getting married, or moving. There's always like something is drawing your family back together, right? Okay. She's saying open your heart, right? With your children, don't give up hope. This is happening quickly. Open your heart and allow joy to come in. Now, something's going to happen in which your stance of being closed and protected is going to feel freed up, like knots loosening. I'm getting the image of knots loosening, and you will be able to see a path through what you imagined was a complete blockage. Signs are going to come. There will be signs, right? There will be signs that will help you to take action. There will be signs that will help you to take action that you have confidence in. Yes. Thank you. Right, health. Something to do with health. Okay. Can you please expand on the health card? She said, yes, I am. I'm coming to it. We are bringing it. This is Mary and angels with her. She is always surrounded by angels. Her beautiful heart always attracts angels to her. And Jesus is with her now. So Mary and Jesus are together now, coming through on this reading, and that trust. I'm just about going to cry. Oh my gosh. Oh. Mary and Jesus are saying to trust. Okay? They are saying to trust, that it's safe to trust. I'll be right. Oh. gosh, it's a bit deep. Whew. Okay, let's put, oh, what's in there? Oh, this card does not belong in this deck. It belongs in Archangel Gabriel's deck, and it's in here somehow, and it says, happy news, happy news. Okay, happy news. All right. Might as well keep going, hey? Let's just keep going. Right, okay. All right. Enthusiasm, inner child. So this will spark new enthusiasm for life and allow your inner child to shine. Because at the moment, your inner child feels hurt, wounded and hurt. Whoever this is for, right? Oh. And it's a lot to do with self-respect, okay? Because you carry self-respect, you're bringing self-respect to this, because a part of the split that happened, the division that happened with this child, which is clearly, I think, what it's about of yours, is that your self-respect was challenged and you were asked to accept being treated in a way that was disrespectful and not true to you. And your need for self-respect meant you could not comply to whatever was going on. You couldn't, because you could not betray yourself to that point. Right. Be strong, right? Be strong. Remain in your self-respect. Allow your tenderness to be, because your tenderness is needed, right? You are needed. You felt like you weren't needed, and you are needed. Your tenderness is needed, right? And your integrity is the shining light here. And we're going to finish on that, because that's the most important part of this whole thing, is that your integrity through all of this is the shining light. And your child needs your integrity. And that's what gives strength to the entire family unit, is your integrity. Wow. Wow, we went all over the place with that reading. That's massive. Well, thank you, guys. They're able to bring it, aren't they? Angels, archangels, Mother Mary and Jesus, they're able to bring it. When it comes to your heart, right, Jesus is the master of the heart, or Yeshua. He knows who you're talking to. It's just a name, a label, isn't it? So he is the master of the heart and love. And you absolutely can ask Jesus to help you stabilize and anchor your heart into solidarity within your whole energy field and yourself. And I'm seeing geometry in the energy field, and you can ask Jesus to help you form a link of solidarity through geometric form to his own heart's sake. Wow, isn't that beautiful? That's what just came through. Well, I think that's it. Here in Australia, it's Friday, and tomorrow's Saturday. It's the weekend, and this is a lot of epic reading, and it's pretty fabulous. And thank you so much, guys. Thank you. Be grateful. Take from this what resonates with you. Be grateful for the unity field that you create through your integrity and your tenderness and your true love, which you carry in your heart and protect, which Jesus and Mary, Yeshua and Mary offer to help you expand upon, to anchor into this paradigm a greater future for our universal presence as well. Because we are a part of the universe and we influence it. Okay? I'm going to go. I hope this was wonderful for you. I hope there were elements that worked for you. Please let me know what parts worked for you, and comment and chat positively. I'm not really. If it doesn't work for you, of course, then maybe it works for someone you know in your life, or it was working for you in a way that you can't quite identify yet as to why your guides and angels would have you watch this video. It's not for me to judge, right? Or to answer for. And sometimes, years later, one thinks about messages or shows or ideas that one received or experiences one had, and a penny drops and an epiphany happens. So it is beyond time as we know it in a linear fashion as to how meaningful and important a message is. So take it, watch it if you want to watch it and you feel inclined, and then let it resonate however works for you in your own unique way in your life. Thank you so much. If you do feel like giving us a thumbs up, that'd be really nice. And if you want to comment, thank you so much. Even if you just say thank you, I'd love that. Thank you so much. I'm so grateful to any support that I get and appreciation, because I'm just sort of pouring my heart out for you here, and a little bit of something back is just helping me feel that it's worthwhile. Okay, if you wish to subscribe, welcome. Thank you. All right, lots of love. We love you and we care for you, and we can see your future bright. Bye-bye.